We are 3 weeks away from East vs. West 10, 11th of November. One of the biggest matches on the card is John Brzenk versus Sasho Andreev. It was scheduled to be 100 kilo, like a catchweight match. So John is coming down to 100. The weight limit is 100. It's not a world title match. World champion is Sasho on East vs. West. He is the champion at 95 kilos. But we see that on some live stream that John said that he's already at 100 and it would be not that hard to go down to 95 kilos.
If John is sacrificed already.
Yes, he's already at weight.
So much of his good time and pleasure of eating, then I believe he will cut down to...
Drinking beer.
Yeah, he will cut down to 95. If everything fine, of course, we'll see. More likely.
I was thinking about this match.
When you couldn't get sleep?
I woke
round
up in the middle of night.
Round 2 in the straps.
I think round 1, right before
each have elbow fall, slow start, who wins?
Slow start.
No, okay, yeah.
Interesting. Even though John is cutting down, he was like 104 kilos when he pulled Voivod 105. He's cutting down some weight, but I think the strength will still stay where it is, right? He might not be as top-end power, but it should be pretty close to where he was on day versus Voivod.
The question is how much John will lose his strength because he is cutting 10 kilos.
Yes.
And that's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And it's not like he's just walking around with some...
59.
Exactly.
And he's also 59.
Exactly.
Sasha walks around, I think, less than 90 kilos.
Yeah. He's sometimes showing up 86, 87, maybe 88.
He doesn't care.
And most likely he will show up under 90 kilos. And
it's.
I'm a big fan of Sasha. That's he's, I don't know, 160 or what, and then it seems like a small guy, but when you take this hand,
and it's not a big hand, but it feels big.
It is quite big. It's not proportional for sure.
No, his arms are long.
His hands are huge for 160. It's crazy. And
Sasha is shorter than me. Is unexpected. And I'm the shortest man in the world.
And how much strength that theoretically small guy can generate. It's crazy.
Insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Looking at that match, I talked with a lot of people. A lot of people think that John is going to win. I think that there's a very good chance that John will win this match. But Sasha has the style that's been causing John a lot of problems very recently. His side pressure is really strong. His ability to get inside and stay, we have seen Todd Hutchings doing the same, beating him like that. Irakli went the same
Nothing
way.
is statical in Armwrestling, but if we compare Sasha, Irakli, John Irakli.
Yeah.
Sasha won against Irakli?
Yes.
Okay, it was time ago?
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago or so?
Yeah.
John was in a fight, and I would say he was even controlling fight, but he gassed out. And at the end, he lost against Irakli.
Yeah.
John against Todd Hutchings, which pulls kind of similar like Sasha do. John lost that fight. Yeah. He was still able to get this position, but his shoulder, his side, his arm was not enough, and he couldn't hold this center. So it's not like anything, it's not saying anything good of chances for John in this fight. But taking all that off, I still believe that John is strong enough, good enough, and right now he seems like healthy enough.
Motivated.
And we don't know.
If he's going down in weight, right? He's sacrificing. Like John usually, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He will show up and he will arm wrestle you.
He was super motivated against Alexei Voivoda.
Yeah.
Hopefully he keeps the same
level of energy. Imagine John becomes the champ at 95 kilos, right?
Yeah.
Also, didn't John pull Paul Lynn? He pulled Paul Lynn, right? And
Yeah, also we forget about Paul Lynn and Sasha.
Yeah.
And Paul Lynn showed more or less how to pull against Sasha.
Yes.
I think John still can try this posting top roll,
top roll.
but he need to control this pronator and rotator, not to get under, not to get in this position. However, he could try to go as well.
I think he will.
He will.
We know John.
But
and we know
what he need to do is to attack rotator, to attack pronator of Sasho, to separate that arm, to get in that position.
I would see John, like, he's very good going a little bit back, right? So if he just drives too much, Sasho is very good at cutting in, right? That could be a problem. You end up in a hook. But John's thumb will be a huge problem for Sasho. It will be because it's so hard. Like, there's not a lot to rotate under, right?
Yep.
And Sasho likes to put his thumb away also, right? So that might kind of equalize it. But John is, you grip up with him, you feel where the goat is goat, right? And I think that will cause massive problems. Can he finish from that position? That's the real question, right? When he takes the, plus we don't see a lot of times Sasho losing the hand. He stays very flat, right?
It's sometimes not so hard to keep Sasho flat, but to open up that wrist and, and really, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, don't quite remember that.
Yeah, what I see Sasho as like, where he could, I don't think he will win first or maybe even second round. I don't know, but at the end, especially like the question is how much John's shoulder can handle. Like a question about health. Also, usually when you're cutting weight, sometimes people say they feel healthier, but sometimes you lose also this muscle mass. Sometimes it could give some problem to your, especially if you do a lot of water cut.
Yes,
it could give some problems to your injuries as well. That's a question, and if that fight get more or less close at the late rounds, it could give a problem for John. But in my eyes, still John is a favorite for this one, even when he's under 95
Sasho
kilos.
is pulling another super match before this super match, if I'm correct. He's pulling left arm with Artem Tainov, which is also, I think, very hard match, right? How much it will impact, because Bulgarians can pull for days, we'll know that, right? And you come to competition, and let's say competition starts at 1, Bulgarians already are pulling at 9, right? They warm up for 3 hours, then they are ready to pull.
They are used to pull 3 times a day, so...
So I think that will maybe, depending on how much energy, adrenaline you lose, usually Sasho is very calm and he keeps himself very paced. We will see that, but it's a great match in my opinion. And there's a good chance John Brzenk can be the champion at 95 kilos. It would be insane. It would be insane.
It's not so, like, John Angerbayev, John, like top guys in 105 kilo class.
Yeah.
And still John was in a level and
he was fighting with all of them.
Absolutely.
None of them just went
He could
through
be also champion in 105 class. So so that's no question. Of course. Chances are, in my eyes, are for John are
very high.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not. But
no, never count out Sasho.
Absolutely.
No. What I've seen, like even in the Worlds, he was struggling with a lot of guys. His arm isn't quite holding inside his shoulder as it used to be. He used to be very. Now he's way more open. So but it's still Sasho. Like
is Sasho still vegan?
I think he is. Yeah. 2 vegans. John Baitsky beats 2 vegans in a row. Interesting fact. Now you know more. But this is for me main event quality for sure. This card is absolutely insane. East versus West End will be crazy. This is one of those matches that I wanted to see for long. I never expected to see it, right? Sasho has been so dominant in world of arm wrestling. I don't know how many times, 14-time world champion at 90 kilo, starting from 75, I think, up to 90, every class, I think. Maybe he skipped one, but he's so good. He loses so rarely.
At the age of 18, he already started to dominate, or 17.
I think before. He's insane.
At the age of 18, he won his first senior world title, Lithuania 2014.
Janis knows. Yeah, he's very special, and this is a great match. I think 2 of the best in this category. If John can make the weight, will be awesome. Right?
Yeah, and crazy thing with Sasho is that sometimes he even is not taking arm wrestling too seriously.
No, he's that good.
How you did preparation? I did some wrestling for a few months, and then I did a few pull-ups. Yeah, and then the last 2 weeks I felt I need to prepare a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit more pulling.
Yeah,
it's just ace.
That's only this. He is genetic freak that he was in our arm wrestling for 2 weeks.
Yes,
and
won nationals.
And
right?
after that, and he won nationals after being training in arm wrestling for 2 weeks. And it's not question of winning nationals, but he won against Christo, who was world champion, I believe, that year or year before. And so generally, at age of 17 or 16, he won against world champion in his weight class with 2 weeks of training.
Yeah. It is insane, and I think this match is fitting. Sasho is on his way to being one of the greatest pullers of all time. Like if he keeps motivation, and these kind of matches definitely will give you motivation, right? You can't take it lightly. You're pulling two very difficult opponents, as well as Artem Taino. Artem Taino is the last guy that beat him in left arm in World Championship, right? 2021 or 2021, yeah, in Romania. And so he definitely wants to get that back. And it's also a title match, I think.
Should be,
yeah. We have a lot of title matches. It's insane, yeah. East vs. West 10, November 11, link is in description. Don't miss this. Stay strong.
And love arm wrestling.